the adults of the NALCS will always figure out those wacky little kids of CLG, and eventually their tricks will work for a while, they'll trip on the micro machines, but eventually they will get caught at the end. So you need the old guy with the frying pan come in. That's never happened. Do you think they'll ever fix it, Sneaky? Will CLG ever be a good team? Will they ever not be the laughing stock? This like fucking joke that we all know how it'll end at the end. We all know the end punchline basically before it's coming.
Okay.
Probably not.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, and that ends that segment. Okay. That we said, right?
No, probably not. Hasn't CJ been pretty similar?
A lot of the same issues.
Ever changing players, keeping legacy players even though they appear not to be playing solo queue. Yeah. But they actually don't choke in playoffs. They actually did really well in the last playoff in spring.
That's because they even choke about it. They don't always fully choke. Wait. Okay, so another team I want to ask about. We haven't talked about TSM at all. We've referenced them slightly, Sneaky. So this team was the best team by far in the spring split. They were like so good, everything looked awesome. IEM, they won IEM, great stuff. Ever since then, there's been the MSI issue, now they're losing a whole bunch of games. Can you put your finger, what do you think's changed in TSM, what other issues?
Obviously there was like some little issues where he wasn't doing any damage or really much at all.
Sneaky,
in some of the games.
I know you probably have a Reddit account, so you're part of the Reddit circle church, like, that's a myth. He was doing damage, no matter what the stats say, you know. He was doing lots of damage, and he's the best. Why are you hating him? Just because he crit you 3 times, like, you just gonna hate on him the rest of your career, like, it's not
You're still looking for a bit. Okay.
So, okay, no, but this is true, right? He was having some issues even just playing his ball. Even in this meta where everyone says, yeah, he can't just play top and second. He was having some issues, right?
Yeah, of course he was. He's doing no damage. I mentioned this.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Getting a lot of damage, and he did less damage with monsters than Maokai. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. I don't know, like, I don't really know what is going on with Turtle. Like, I don't know if he lost motivation or what, but he was obviously just doing less damage and getting caught out a lot, which affected several of the games, but he's not the core of the problem.
Okay.
As by, like, this last week, he went 0-2 with Turtle doing pretty decently.
Yeah, he did
Flash well.
But again, to go back to that TSM game, if you look at how TSM lost. They were doing stupid jungle invades without vision. They were not setting up their wards well. Their vision game was poor the entire time, and they have no engage. It's like Dyrus was busy standing on the front line on Maokai, just getting poked to shit by.
What the fuck is the input?
Azir and Corpus. I think people have overemphasized his itemization because the Frozen Heart is actually good against Azir, and that wasn't that bad. But he definitely should have completed the full magic resist item before building it. You can't just sit there against Azir. And that comp that TL ran, Annie,
Oh, my internet is dead.
and what was their
Dead.
Rek'Sai.
What the fuck?
This composition, as soon as Annie hits you with Timbers, you will be locked into one
What
place
did it
forever,
say?
and there will be 3 sand soldiers
Wi-Fi.
hitting you
Wi-Fi.
for like 3 seconds straight. Because there's nothing you could do against it once the lockdown starts. And the entire comp was built around the fact that they had an Azir.
You're taking notes here, Sneaky. You hear what he's saying? You just get that comp, you lock them down, and the Azir does all the damage that you kill them.
Alert, no internet connection.
Take that one for free, mate. That's a little gift from the
But,
shop for you.
but basically, there was never any backline threat from TSM. I feel like if Lustboy isn't playing on an engaged champion, that TSM just doesn't do anything because Dyrus can't use teleport properly.
But that's the genius, Monty. What they thought was, well, we've got Turtle, and Turtle is famous for flashing into all the enemy. So what we do is, we just let him go in, and then Lost Boy just teleports in with Shen, and he's inside the fight already. That's like initiation right there.
Can you show me? See, if you tell me what's going on in NA with Shen support, because I'm having a hard
Well,
time.
Buddy Fufu made it work once, it's the most OP broken pick ever that we almost contest for and give up like every other good support for.
I'm just
Like,
curious.
why is
It's
it being played?
Like, don't play Thresh. We must have this.
It just
shared
seems to be
support.
that there are other better supports.
I mean, it's like a combo of like being a flex pick and being okay in the bot lane. I think St. Vicious actually pointed out pretty well. Like, no one's actually playing it correctly besides Bunny. You need to be like splitting for the most of the time, and you have to have an AD carry that can do well on its own. That will.
But the problem with that, Sneaky, is that the splitting, Shen doesn't have wave clear without a Sunfire case. So it's like the slowest split push ever. And
No, you're not by yourself.
Chun-li.
You're like with someone else splitting, applying pressure.
Alright.
Which it's not that amazing, but that's its strengths, and people just weren't doing that
Crouch out
with
punch.
Shin support. So
Crouch low
I
punch.
don't know, every time I played against it, it's felt like pretty weak.
That's crouch. This is crouch.
Doesn't have a great hitting phase. Yeah, and then I guess its best point is just being able to be across the map as support, which you kind of already do with moving boots, honestly, on every other support.
Let me jump punch.
So it's not
And
amazing.
also, it's pretty squishy, and you can't primary engage without flash.
Oh,
You have to
alright.
flash on. And the
Yeah.
way I see it played mostly in team fights is like, Shen goes in, taunts somebody, and then he ults back on to like, he stands in the middle of the team fight.
It's a
ulting.
crouch low punch.
I guess it's alright. I'm not saying it's terrible, but I think the fascination,
Crouch low punch.
I think it's way over.
Yeah,
You have
I
to
think it
go
definitely is
forward.
too. It's probably a lot better top lane.
So do you remember the other
And they keep going
storyline?
support.
The other TSM storyline, not the Circle Jerk, the idea of Darius has any issues. Like, what happened, Buddy, I need to fill you in, was after MSI, he came home, and he knew there were issues, so he started
Alright,
playing
stand
all the
low
solo
kick,
queue,
stand light
and since then
punch.
his stats were really great, and as far as I know, there's been no problem since then, so problem solved. Again, it turns out if you just play the game a lot, you always get better, and you always improve. Even if you play the game for 5 years straight, you just keep getting better. You improve your mechanics, improve your champion pool, wash, done. It's problem solved. So no issues with Darius, right, Monty?
No, big issues. You can't, like, I mean, it's an NA issue where nobody can actually get the top. Okay, let's just start here. Top lane in NA is very weak position.
I mean, you're not going to get any icons sneaky.
It just there's not a lot of great players in NA in the West really. Top lane I think is like the weakest position in the West overall. Yeah,
Stand
Nico
kick.
is good. Odoamne
kick,
is pretty
kick.
good.
Sneaky,
punch.
wait a second.
Kick
You're
punch.
not even going to stand up for NA
Punch
again.
punch.
Really? You're just going to let him do this? Like, here's the thing
You know,
about
I'm just talking.
Here's the thing about Monty Sneaky. His love for honey, or honey as you could call it, it's much like honey. The sweetness of it has actually ruined Monty's taste for anything else. Anything that's a little bit mild, it's not quite got that sucker about it. He can't even, it's like his taste has been ruined, you know. He can't appreciate anything. They're all trash. It's like honey or nothing. It's like Winnie the Pooh or some shit up in this movie. So, come on, you're not even going to stand
He's a
up.
fucking monster.
Yeah, but you're not going to stand up for Claws. You're not going to stand up for Impact. You're not going to stand up for any of these guys. They're not good.
I mean, the games, they're not terrible.
They're not terrible. Your seal of approval, Impact, career in NA, DVD, he's not terrible. Said Sneaky, AD carry of... Admittedly not. Okay. So you don't stand up for none of these guys you put up there with who none of them would compete.
None that clear out now.
Hoodie would just wreck them all.
I mean, Hoodie's a pretty amazing player from what we've seen. He just like dumps on his lane 1v1 all the time. I mean, he does, but
So okay, Monty, I realise me for you is like a little shortcut sheet where you get to talk about a West player, but really you're just talking again about Koreans. Like, oh, he's really good actually. This guy's really good. He can compete with any world-class player. Isn't he also Korean? Yeah, that's my job. So okay, I know you love this guy, but is he really that much better than everyone else?
I mean, I think he's the most popular player. I know that Kelsey Moses was writing some interesting articles comparing him to Odoamne, who I also think is pretty good, recently. But he really does stand out. He's a very solid player.
Let me ask you this, though, Monty. Here's the problem with that. I don't think it's that
Showing
clear
put-
cut. Like you can both disagree.
Kick, punch,
if you want.
punch.
Here's the problem. In Europe, top is so weak as a position. So weak. I think it might be one of the worst positions in Europe. So yeah, Hooney's really good.
problematic because the top laner has to be able to do that right now.
So if you can't do that, you can't be as good as you.
I think that's a huge part of playing League of Legends.
I understand.
And by the way, what happened to Balls? So I was like looking at some stats when we were talking here, and Balls' team fighting, he does like no damage. He does his lowest. He has the lowest damage per minute of any top laner in North America.
Good.
Kicks you.
I mean, we had been losing a shitload of games. 4 and 10.
He's
But
oh,
Oh, wait, Sneaky, I'm sorry. The problem there, Sneaky, is you just set yourself up for this, mate. So, like, we have been losing a lot of games. Yeah, he said the lowest. You are the bottom of the league. So, you kind of set yourself up for it,
we're
mate.
pretty bottom.
You're doing your best. I'll give you the credit, okay? But you don't quite box. So actually, you just made the point there. Even people below you in the standings are doing more damage. I can tell them.
I mean, I started noticing like Balls' team fighting was not right at even all the way back at IEM San Jose, the tournament that you guys won. And I was talking a lot on the desk about how his team fighting wasn't really very good, and he just kind of hasn't shown up in a while. Is there something like what's the team working on with him right now?
Well, we've always had a lot of teleporting issues. Like you just mentioned, I do teleport pretty well.
Is teleporting predicated on the shot caller, though?
Not fully, because a lot of the times you can't call that as a shot caller. Like the bot lane fights, the shot caller can't look down there. Like if it was high, you can't look on bot and say, "Pulse TV here now."
So the bot lane has to call it.
It's either the bot lane or the top laner. We just have to see it, and the top laner has to like set himself up well to not get screwed over by TPing. So
In your,
that's
in
been
your
like,
team, did you always just leave it to balls to decide?
no, it's like a combined effort. Balls is getting a lot better about TPing bot lane. For mid lane TPs, I think that's weaker, and TPs later in the game, I think that those are definitely shot calling ones.
So what do you find so tricky about it?
It's just knowing if the TP, or like specifically for bot lane, it's just knowing if the TP will actually make them commit and die, or if it's just gonna be wasted and you want to cancel it, and you feel the pressure of an extra summoner. I'm not used to the one calling, but I try to.
See, I've just figured I've just figured out the new secret of Incarnation. That's going to work for me. Because here's what they do. So Incarnation's having these issues where he doesn't feel that safe in mid lane. Like he doesn't feel like that he might die. The jungle might be there. So all he does is every time he's going to put a ward right in the middle of the lane, right in the middle of mid lane. And all he does is when he goes for this 1v1 outplay, if it starts to go badly in vain, if he's like losing health, Paul's teleports into the mid lane behind him, and then he's got back there. So now I'm making people useful. I'm just like, now people contribute. Now we're going to snowball one lane, definitely. Paul's not lost anyway, that's over. But now we're at least going to snowball this mid lane, okay? Now High's off doing whatever he wants. Roman across the whole map. He's living the dream now. I've fixed the whole team for you. Like, you don't have to thank me, no consulting fee or anything. Just take it and enjoy the last 4 games, okay?
Okay.
Could it work? Obviously you couldn't, but anyway. So, have there actually been like DEFCON 5 type meetings in Cloud9? Like, things have gone to shit, we have to completely drastically change things. Is it just trying to do it gradually? Like, if we can just win this one next game, maybe that'll turn it all around. What is it like within the team when these issues happen? So you've never been losing this badly.
We had that kind of meeting last split after the first 2 weeks, I think it was. It was actually pretty intense. It was like a 2-hour meeting where we were just sitting there
It's
talking
pretty
to each other.
intense. It's like, you
Yeah.
can't handle the truth.